Let's talk about entering the fitness industry as a personal trainer. Stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to hit the ground running as a certified personal trainer and hopefully help you build your client list and get that process rolling that helps you make a livable income. I've been in the fitness industry for about 17 years, some as a personal trainer, some as a group exercise instructor, a business owner, and some on the fitness education side of the industry. I've worked for 2 larger fitness education companies, Nesta and NCCPT. And in this video, I'm going to share 5 tips that hopefully give you application items that you could take right away and apply once you're in the gym, once you're trying to build your client list and start making sales. Tip number 1, and that is to master your complimentary session. A complimentary session is typically a way to get a potential client in the door. It's also where you showcase your skills as a personal trainer so they can invest their money into your services. You show them enough that they want to hand over that payment. But before any of that, what is the way that you're going to contact them? What is the process? Is it a phone call? Is it a text? Is it an email? Is it a combination of those 3 items that hopefully gets to the client and gets them a response? So what is going to be your script? What is going to be your protocol for that? You do not want to pick up the phone, call a potential client, and sound unprofessional, saying, I don't know the answer for that. Have that script ready so that when you are making your calls, making your emails, texts, you sound professional and you sound like somebody they want to invest hundreds of dollars into your services for. So we're still talking about the complimentary session here. And even before you have the client in front of you, what is that information that you're going to collect on the phone, in an email, or a text before they even get there? So that information can be very important to you so that you can potentially draft a couple exercises that you feel like they'd be able to do based on their health history, their current fitness level. So figuring out what information you're collecting and also at the same time starting to create that bond, that relationship with this potential client. So information and how you're going to collect that is very important. Now, one of the biggest parts of the complimentary session is your sales pitch, your presentation at the end that hopefully throughout the session that you've shown them your skills, your knowledge, your education, that they feel comfortable that you can guide them through exercises that'll help them with their fitness goals. And the best thing that I can tell you right now is to get that down, practice it. So the application tip that I'm going to give you here is to practice it out loud. You do not want to have this in your head that it sounds great in your head, but then all of a sudden you get in front of a client and you just fumble it all out. It just comes out unnatural. Practice it out loud, go in front of the mirror and make sure that it comes smoothly throughout this presentation and that they feel like they are, yep, here's my payment. I'm ready to sign up, get that next session booked with you. Tip number 2, and that is your PT certification gets you in the door. What's really important is that first year, getting your reps, getting your experience, being in front of clients. That is really what this industry is about. It's connection. It's face-to-face. It's building this relationship that people feel that they can invest their money into your services and that you are giving them the benefit of a very professional fitness service. So the PT certification gets you in the door. What you do after is just as important. What you quickly learn is that a PT certification is very entry-level education. It's meant to just get you prepared for that first day so that you hopefully know how to take someone through a basic exercise. What I would say is after you get that done, you get some experience, you're already working in the fitness industry, in a gym, wherever that might be, then that comes the time that you want to invest in further education, advanced education that helps with your assessments, helps with your program design, helps with your exercise instruction. These are all things that hopefully make you a better personal trainer, but also improve your qualifications. It helps you build programming that are going to help further your client's goals. Paying over $1,000, close to $1,000 for a personal certification, in my opinion, makes this process harder. The turnover rate, it's very high in the fitness industry. And typically that's because you spend a lot of money on that personal trainer certification, that initial investment, And sometimes it doesn't come back right away. You are up at 4 or 5 when people are off work, grinding it out. So my advice to you is to find a certification that meets the requirements of the gym that you're going to be working at and doesn't break the bank. It makes it easier to stay in the industry. Tip number 3, and that is creating a connection is key. You don't walk around with a t-shirt or a hat that says what your credentials and your initials after them. People do not know what those are in the gym or when they're searching online. So having those things after your name, are they cool? Yeah, it's great. I love education. I own a fitness education company. Of course, I think it's great, but the consumer doesn't know that information. You are trying to create connections with them. And oftentimes, if you're working in a gym, you'll meet instructors, fellow instructors with a variety of qualifications. And some of them are just really great at creating connections with clients that you wish that you had on your client list. The application tip that I'm going to give you for this one is to have some questions written down, some go-to questions that are easy for you to ask to your clients during that initial assessment. And I'm not talking about fitness or health related questions. What are some questions that help you learn about their hobbies, what they do for fun? How do they relax? Is it watching shows? Is it going to sporting events? Whatever that might be, have those questions ready so that you can learn about them. Tip number 4, and that is to find a gym that helps you grow. The fitness industry, being a personal trainer, can be very cutthroat. And if you are not providing benefit, value for this business, don't forget it's a business, then you could find yourself on the way out. So find a gym that helps you grow in this entry position. So some gym franchises, they have schooling, they have a program that they'll put you through that'll help you learn the basics, learn how to create connection, and learn that system of the first complimentary session. So those are things that when you are starting to look at potential openings, where to apply to, see. And that could be actually a question that you have when you go on that interview. Do you have some type of beginner entry, new employee programming? And on top of that, maybe you want to ask them too if they are part of any educational programs. Some gyms subscribe to educational programs or have these packages built in with their company that they have a discount, or maybe it's a big discount, or maybe it's just programming that you could get your CEUs right away. You can get continuing education through the gym that helps you recertify. Last tip here, number 5, and that is to be proactive. Almost all fitness instructors will tell you that you have to be proactive. You can't wait to get a call. You can't wait to get leads. And being proactive is one of the best mindsets to have. When you're going into a gym, there's most likely already a system in place, a protocol in place, and most likely politics that some trainers are getting certain leads, some trainers are getting other leads, and you are just trying to fit into the mix of that. So how do you do that? You be proactive. You show your manager that you do want leads. You want quality leads. Some leads are better than the other. They're not created all equal. Some leads are better. So showing your manager that I'm ready, I'm professional, I'm ready to close this lead. Those are all things that help the manager see, yep, I can give this lead away and I know that they're going to close it. Rounding it out here with the application tips. And this one is to find and develop your own ways for gaining complimentary sessions. What I used to do when I worked in a gym, a big popular gym, was I would put on these free stretch sessions, or I would give away, do a little raffle, and I would have a sign, and I would either have a stretch table, whatever that is, and often people would know, oh, the stretch person, and I'd give them a little stretch after their workout, and I can tell you from experience that often led to some sessions. You never know who already has sessions in a gym. Some clients might have purchased a package when they first signed up and they never end up using them. But in doing these complimentary raffles or these giveaways, you start that connection in an environment that they're willing to open up, talk with you, share whatever is on their mind, and you never know what's going to come out of that. That's been it for this video on things that I wish I knew before becoming a personal trainer. Like I mentioned, I hope that it helps you hit the ground running, that you're getting that ball rolling, you're getting your experience, you're getting your reps, things that help you sustain a career. It's not easy. And being proactive, making sure that you are creating your opportunities is one of the biggest keys of this industry. If you think that helped you, make sure you subscribe, you hit that like button, and keep coming back for more. But until then, I'll see you then.